Please, can you tell Soji that SJ needs to be in bed by 7:30 latest, so he's not cranky in the morning?
She said that...
Mommy, please tell her that I heard the last 10 times.
Tell him I'm only trying to let him understand the importance of...
Whoa. I'm an old woman, don't stress me. You are out. I'm trying to help to take care of your own son.
Madam, you are taking care of your grandchild. And Soji is taking care of his son. I only agreed to this because I want peace and stability, not out of any form of respect for you or your son.
Adesuwa.
Look, I said it before, and I'm saying it again. SJ must be in bed by 7:30 latest. A repeat of what happened the last time will not be tolerated. Thank you.
I've never met a much more domineering woman. I mean, how did you put up with her? And I wonder why she's trying to control you and the time you spent with your son.
Jerry, Mommy, very much. It's okay. I know how to handle her. Mommy, so Jay might be no.
What happened? Who was that?
Who do you think?
Girl, you're a better woman than me. Honestly, your strength through this whole thing, incredible. And I still cannot wrap my head around the fact that you're letting your son spend the weekend with that bastard and that idiot. Okay.
Well, that one is their problem. Yeah, I'm moving on. Tired.
On children needing their fathers. Adesuwa takes a break from her little vacation to call Soji with instructions about how he used to care for SJ. Before we proceed, Adesuwa looks so good in that yellow outfit. All the girls are looking hot. Caliente, baby. Okay, back to Adesuwa and Soji. Soji's mom gives Adesuwa attitude and she gives it right back, which I love. The thing is, once Soji's mother hangs up, she begins to badmouth Adesuwa, asking Soji how he survived marriage to her. All this within SJ's hearing. They don't even care that he can hear them as they bitch about her. This valorization of the nuclear family and belief that children need their fathers is patriarchal bullshit. I've said this once, I've said it 100 times. Children do not need fathers. Patriarchy tries to convince us that children need fathers and women need men. But as someone once said, women need men like a fish needs a bicycle. The same stands for children. Children do not need men. They do not need fathers. They don't need blood relatives. They need people who will love and care for them, protect and teach them to care for other people and nature. They need people who will give them the freedom to be children, the space to be themselves thereafter. That's what children need. They need love and caring from loving and caring adults. A trans person on TikTok once said one of the reasons straight parents have such a problem with their LGBTQ plus kids is because they went out and made loving families, proving families in blood, that you don't need to be accepted by your blood, that it isn't the end of the world if they don't. LGBTQ plus people who have survived by creating loving families and communities prove there's nothing special about the nuclear unit, that in fact there are better ways to organize society than that hierarchical, dominance-based, exploitative, often abusive structure. The abusive patriarchal structure that is the nuclear family is why I'm convinced children do not need men and in fact fare better without them in their lives. Men only embody those kinds of dominant, aggressive beliefs and that's what children learn from them. The kinds of men patriarchy produces cause more harm than good in the lives of children. Those two, Soji and his mother, do not care about SJ. If they did, they wouldn't speak that way in his hearing about his primary caregiver who actually loves, cares for, and provides for him. We need to dispense with this rigid patriarchal idea of what a family is, and by extension, what or who children need in their lives. What value does Soji add to SJ's life? He's not a caring present parent. He's a total fun times type that had the gumption to clear his wife's account, leaving nothing, even for his kid. That is a man who has no business being anywhere near a kid. A man who can run off with his mistress while snatching the food right out of his kid's mouth is actually a danger to the child. An inconsistent father is worse than an absent father. As one person said, an absent father breaks your heart once. An inconsistent father continues to hurt you indefinitely. Children need structure and stability. Soji is nonsense. Children don't need that. Abolish the family. More power to the LGBTQ plus community who continue to pioneer different ways of living and being.